Over the years, a huge number of systems that are completely insecure have been foisted off on unsuspecting customers as being secure through the use of security snake oil. These are false claims that are designed to make you think your system is secure, even though it's not. If you hear these types of claims, you should simply assume the system is insecure and not believe what they're telling you. The first class of snake oil is when people claim that their system is secure because they keep the design information a secret. They'll say things such as, "Our system is so sophisticated no one could ever figure out how to break in, and we won't tell you how we do it because if we told you, someone might be able to break in." Or, "We have a proprietary cryptographic algorithm that is better than anything else out there, but we're not going to tell you how it works." Anything that boils down to saying that part of the security argument is we won't tell you how it works is usually insecure. A good system is secure even if the actual system designer, with complete knowledge of how the system works, cannot break in unless that system designer has access to the secret key being used on the particular system that he wants to break into. To be clear, sometimes there are secure systems where they don't publish to the entire public all the details of how it works, but typically those also involve one or more trusted third parties that come in and audit the design. In that case, they may say, well, we're not going to publish things because we don't want a bunch of people to figure out where the flaws are, and it may not be quite as bad as the usual snake oil. But the reality is, the best security is one where you can openly publish the design and it doesn't do the bad guys any good. Another form of snake oil is technobabble. People just throw cryptographic buzzwords right and left to the point that you're not even sure what they're saying. If you don't understand what they're saying, probably that's because they don't want you to, and it probably means they're not secure. It should be very easy to understand the argument why they're secure, and it should be a design you can look at, understand, and say, yep, that design conforms with best practice, and that's secure. In other words, technobabble is a way of appearing to be transparent, but really trying to keep things secret because the buzzwords don't actually tell you what's going on. Some systems will claim we're unbreakable. That's simply false. Nobody's unbreakable. The best you can do is to have a sufficiently high cost to break. All cryptography can be broken if by no other reason than brute force attack. The claim of security should be based on rigorous engineering design, conformance to standards and best practices, and a credible argument that it would take too much time, too much effort, and too much cost to get past the security. Finally, the trickiest one is people will make strong claims about weak systems. As an historical example, in 2008, there were some hard drives that came out that said they used AES, which is in fact a good cryptographic algorithm for encrypting the data on the disk. But they didn't actually do that. What they did was they used AES for encrypting the password, the key for the disk, and that resulted in a particular value. Then that value was XORed with all the data on the disk. That's right, the same value was used to XOR across the entire data of the disk. In order to attack the system, all you needed was one known sector of data. You could take the known value, XOR it with the encrypted value, extract the key, and decrypt the entire disk with basically zero effort. So they said, oh yeah, we use strong cryptography, but they used it in such a ridiculous way that it provided almost no security at all. Also check for things like secret keys being sent unencrypted. That's a common mistake. And always ask, does the manufacturer have a backdoor device key or other way into the system?